This segment brought to you by Sure Crop, liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
We're back, and Dwayne is visiting now with Don Close. With the number of grow yards increasing, find out why and how they fit into the market.
Dwayne Thames joining him once again here on Ag AM in Kansas, and an opportunity to catch up with Don Close with Rabo AgriFinance. Don, you talked to a lot of producers about opportunities and changes within the cattle feeding segment. Grow yards, they've been around for throughout time, but maybe looking at a new significance in the feeding programs today.
Well, I fully agree that grow yards have been around for forever. I think there's a lot of drivers in the market currently that drive for efficiency, increased cattle quality, animal health, and really the lack of available labor through all sectors, but particularly the commercial feed yards, is providing opportunities for the grow yards that puts a whole different light on that sector than what the role they've served traditionally.
We think about the opportunities for producers. It may allow some operations that maybe are a little bit landlocked to add a new facet to their operation.
I think that's absolutely true, and I think that's particularly true for operators that have kids that would like to come back to the farm and just don't have the revenue stream to provide for a second income. But if the addition of a grow yard, the labor requirements for that is a great opportunity to as a way to bring kids home.
We think about opportunities within the industry. It obviously changes some dynamics from maybe what some of the traditional grass cattle areas of the country have been.
Well, I think that's a threat, and I think the biggest risk there is we see more and more light cattle going into grow yards. It's obviously going to increase the number of buyers, increase the competition, so it could be price supportive to competition to the conventional grazer. If you look at the cost structure of a grow yard, I don't think we can adequately make the argument that it's cheaper. I think the conventional guys still got the lowest cost of production, but there's some trade-offs there that go just known identity of where the cattle are, increased expectations of gains and performance, increased control over animal health risk. I think there's some trade-offs to absorb that higher cost to the grow yard, but if you look at it as a threat that it's going to put the conventional guy out of business, I don't believe that's the case at all.
We think about some of those efficiencies you referenced. It's intended to be a seamless transition then from a grow yard into a typical feedlot scenario.
I think that's exactly right. And say if you look at the premiums we have today and branded cutout over comprehensive, or certainly prime cutout over comprehensive, it is the prime to comprehensive cutout today, $64 to $65. There is mega motivation for that feeder to feed that higher quality steer. If we have the known identity of the calves, we have those calves on a concentrated higher energy ration for a longer period of time. It doesn't mean that steer will automatically grade, but it enhances the opportunity for him to grade. That is one of the things the commercial feeder's looking for.
Ultimately, it's all about efficiencies within the industry, and the dollars typically dictate the direction the industry will go.
I think it's absolutely correct. That the other thing is, as we see every time we get a new census of agriculture, we're seeing fewer and fewer grass and pasture and range lands, less and less grazing of government lands, and the amount of pasture is contracting. Now, is it contracting at a rate that's a threat to the industry? I don't believe that's the case. But if we do see more of these light cattle moved into a confinement program, it would open up grass to running cows, enable expansion of cow numbers that might be a problem without it.
Our thanks to Don Close with Rabo AgriFinance joining us on Ag AM in Kansas. Jamie, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Dwayne. Come back after the break for this week's Kansas Farm Bureau update.